Shocking news to start your afternoon on a Monday as Joe Biden shows no progress whatsoever on your third stimulus package bill. In fact, there's questions whether the bill has actually been written. We were told it's sitting on his table. It may not even be sitting anywhere. It may only be in pamphlet form. His press secretary minutes ago said that she shows progress to get it done in a couple of weeks potentially now. Couple of weeks? Meantime, Joe Biden's talking about stamps, the air, foreign countries he wants to send several billions of dollars to. But the good news is that other companies are actually stepping up and taking care of you. Target announced today that it's giving $500 bonuses to all hourly workers, $1,000 and $2,000 to store directors, and airlines are bringing back furloughed workers, as many as 400 of them at Delta are coming back. So why can't Joe Biden get his act together? In this video, I go over the third stimulus package and I address your questions as to why everything is going so slowly, so poorly, and why the details of the third stimulus package are not, as he promised no less than a few weeks ago, in writing. This is a major recording of Afternoons LALATE. Hey, good afternoon. This is Third Stimulus Check and Third Stimulus Package, and I hold everyone accountable, and I need you to as well. I need you to take this video and share it on social media. Today is the 9-month anniversary of this channel, and I'm really shocked that I sit here on the 9-month anniversary and I don't see a bill from Joe Biden, and I don't show progress from Joe Biden as to where that bill is or when it's going to be introduced to the House of Representatives and the Senate that his party controls. In this video, I'm going to go over those details, but first subscribe, because today is our 9-month anniversary and we reached 375,000 subscribers. Our focus is to add another 5,000, so let's get it going. Let's see if we can get another 5,000. Meantime, thank you for having this channel reach 92 million views in 9 months. It's a record in the history of YouTube of an enormous proportion. Our focus is to get to 100 million by the end of the month. We can do it. So don't miss a single video on this channel today. Get that cup of coffee and just sit back and enjoy the other videos. Also, like the video and hit that alert button so you don't miss when a new video goes live. And meantime, if you want to become a member, click the join link at the top of this video. Become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, or Calcino VIP. And even if you're not a member, I'll be answering all member and non-member questions, actually mostly non-member questions. 1,000 of them, actually 1,100 of them that I dropped in yesterday's video. I'll be answering them later in this video, so stay tuned to see if your questions are answered on air. In this video, I go over what is in third stimulus, but more importantly, what is not in third stimulus, what was promised to be in there and is not in there. And then I go over the way to get this done faster that Joe Biden isn't doing just yet. And with that, let's get to the breaking news. The breaking news is that Joe Biden has yet to debut to the public a third stimulus package bill. Rather, today he talks about a new stamp, a new dollar bill, money to South America, and more talk about the air quality above your skies. Where is the urgency about this? His press secretary did talk about third stimulus and said she hopes to see progress in the next couple of weeks. What? This was what was promised during the campaign or at the transition time. We were told that they were waiting for Ossoff and Warnock to win in Georgia, those 2 Georgia Senate seats, and that once they were won, they would bring them in and urgency swear them in the Senate, and then he can get everything he wants passed. Okay, now that has happened, and they don't even have a bill. Nancy Pelosi's not even talking about stimulus. Chuck Schumer's barely talking about stimulus. Joe Biden? It's as though it doesn't even exist. When was the last time Joe Biden talked about SSDI, Social Security, railroad benefits, or veterans benefits, that $200 add-on that he wrote during his transition papers? The last time he talked about it was in December in his transition papers. He has not talked about it for over a month. When was the last time he talked about $600 a week, which he wrote in his transition papers of the FPUC retro? He hasn't talked about it. How about MSC, which he wrote in his transition papers? Hasn't talked about that as well. We see a reoccurring occurrence where someone who was already elected said that on day one of his administration, he would get these things out. Well, this is week 2, and he hasn't even talked about where they are. In some cases, he's talked about the antithesis. That coming up in a second. Under the third stimulus package, let's go to the check. Under the third stimulus package, there was to be a check, a $2,000 stimulus check. We were told by Joe Biden that there was going to be a $2,000 stimulus check, a new $2,000 stimulus check. Chuck Schumer said there was going to be a new $2,000 stimulus check, in addition to that fix from last year, that fix from issues of last year called the Cash Act. Last year you got $600 as a law, and they said that we made a mistake. We're going to fix that and give you an additional $1,400 because it's supposed to be $2,000 for last year. We'll fix it and we're going to send you out the extra $1,400 for last year. So it was a mistake for last year's, older meal. Okay, now we're waiting for the new meal to come. And he's like, oh no, we're not sending you a new meal. We're just fixing the stuff from last year. That was not what was promised. Hashtag MSC. Joe Biden's current promise is not what he promised to you no less than 30 days ago. His current promise is $1,400 for stimulus check for adults and single individuals and for children, and $3,200 for adult dependents. Again, this is not what he had promised. He had promised an additional $2,000 new stimulus check for this year, not leftovers from the Trump administration as a stimulus check in 2021. But FPUC is perhaps one of the most shocking details. He put in writing in his own transition papers on the Biden-Harris website, $600 a week. He put it in writing on the website. Day one, we're going to do FPUC at $600 a week. And I'm so proud that myself and Senator Harris are going to help you with $600 a week. Senator Harris appeared throughout the entire campaign trail talking about $600 a week. She campaigned as president on $600 a week. He wrote it just a few weeks ago at $600 a week. Now he doesn't even act like he ever said that. Now it's $400 a week. When did it go to $600? When did it go from $600 to $400? He won't tell you why it did. He doesn't even acknowledge the fact that he once said to you $600 a week. He's not only changing numbers, but acting like he's not changing numbers. Acting like he never said that thing just a few weeks before. And then the retroactiveness about it is a big issue. Harris ran video after video interview through all of 2020, slamming the Republicans for not giving you an extension of FPUC after July. Now, her administration's not doing exactly the same thing. Joe Biden doesn't want to do FPUC retro. He wants you to sort of forgive 20 weeks in which you didn't have FPUC. Just forget about it. I'll take care of you for a few weeks into the future. Again, not what was promised. If you see a reoccurring situation, you do. So is there a solution to the situation? There is. Bernie Sanders has talked about the solution. I've not talked about it because it was procedurally a little too boring, but now I got to talk about it because now it's sort of urgent. There's two ways to do stimulus. One is a stimulus bill. The other one is very similar to what you and I came up with, or what I came up with and you pushed for on December. CR for stimulus, or stimulus for CR. Pushing stimulus into a budget bill. It's faster, it doesn't require the number of votes, and it doesn't need to sit around for months and months and months. Now, before I get to that, I want to make something very clear. We've seen very little pushback from anyone about stimulus. I know Romney has said something and Susan Collins has said something, but it's not like they haven't said, I don't want to give any stimulus. It's, people have an opinion. So it's just as though Joseph just sort of stopped dead in his tracks. Now, he admits he did talk to people over the week, and that's nice you talked, but it's time to stop talking and start presenting a bill. The bill could go to the House and be passed by Nancy Pelosi today and go over to the Senate. And then if you have Susan Collins and Romney have an opinion about it, then you deal with it. That's what adults do. Joe Biden says, I've done with legislation my entire history. I know how to get things done. Well, it's been a week and I don't see anything getting done. And that's basically the best testament to what you can or can't do, Mr. President. You haven't done anything in a week. You haven't presented the bill to the public. No one has seen the bill. No one has seen the details of the bill. And you're just saying things that you're having conversations about things over the phone. That's really nice. It doesn't show any progress to anyone. Let's go to the details of the third stimulus package bill to show how much details Joe Biden has given us. Number 13 on the business grants. Don't know. Number 14, business loan. We don't know anything about that. Number 15, hazard pay public, 17, hazard pay public sector. Don't know anything about that. Number 18, hazard pay private sector. Don't know anything about it. Should I continue? How about the free rent? Don't know anything about it. Just free. It's rent and it's free. Okay. How about the free internet? If I go down the list of the 22 items on this third stimulus package, all we know is basically much of nothing. Now, I have a 30-page summary of a 6,000-page bill, and the 30-page summary is about as vague can be. Where it has detail is talking about existing tax codes that he wants to change the age from age 16 to 17 of a tax code. Let me make that clear again. America needs stimulus right now. America's hurting, and Joe Biden wants to change existing tax codes to switch it from age 16 to 17. Oh, okay, that's nice. Do you think that keeps someone's head over their roof over their shoulders? No. How about expansion of the earned income tax credit? That's nice. It's currently law. It's currently law, Joe. So what does he want to do? He wants to change it from $530 to $1,500. That's nice. He wants to give me an additional $1,000. And then he wants to increase the eligibility by about $4,000. That's nice. But there already is a law for that. It's not like you're achieving a real big achievement by raising an earned income tax credit by $500, $800. Child care tax credit. He wants to increase the number about that as well, even though there already is such a thing. And then the one where it's the child tax credit. He's calling to increase the child tax credit to $3,000 a child. There already is a child tax credit. He just wants to increase the number a little bit and increase the eligibility from age 16 to 17. That is no achievement. Let's make it very clear. That's no achievement, and it's not a lot of stimulus either. It's basically an existing tax code that's been around for 20, 30 years. It was around in the Trump administration. It was around in the Obama administration. And you just want to change the tax code like a little bit, and that's stimulus. It's not stimulus, Joe. Stimulus is a stimulus check. Stimulus is FPUC. Stimulus is assistance for money with things like business grants and business loans. And hazard pay. And so far, we don't see those things. So what does Bernie Sanders propose? He proposes to get these things done by continuing resolution-ish type thing, using a budget bill to get stimulus out. Makes really good sense. So why is Joe not doing that? Don't know. He hasn't told us. When was the last time Joe gave us a real detailed briefing about these 22 items? He's never done it. Yes, Earth to Mars. He's never briefed you about these 22 items. Remember, the only briefing Joe Biden has done that was comprehensive about stimulus was about 2 weeks ago on that Thursday night. He had a press conference and he talked about the economic, the plan, what it was called. And he only told you about 4 of the items in the plan. And everyone was very upset after they heard it because they said there's nothing there. Why are there only 4 items? Well, I then got the summary, the 30-page summary showed you there's 22 items. I eased people's nerves because people only heard 4 or 5 items during a televised primetime press conference. There was nothing in there. So I showed you, hey, there's actually 22 items. There is some decent stuff in there. But that's it. That's it. It's dead silence. Let's back up a second here. If this sounds a little crazy, it is crazy. If this sounds like 2020, where people were going to get to things later, at that time we thought, okay, Nancy was doing it because she didn't want Donald to win, so she was blocking Donald and delaying for Donald and delaying so it would hurt Donald. Okay, there's now no excuse for the delay now. It's not like someone's delaying Joe because they don't want to hurt Joe. It's Joe delaying Joe. Joe is delaying himself. He is not moving. He's literally not doing anything. The House of Representatives could have his bill today. The Senate could have his bill tomorrow. He's not giving them the bill. In fact, if you want to present the bill to the House of Representatives, it would normally go to the subcommittees that go through the bill and analyze the details of the bill. That's not even started. So the million-dollar question is there really a bill? Or are we not being told the truth about that as well by the president? Is it really not a bill? Day one, there will be a bill, and I want that bill on my table. I'm ready to sign it. I need the economic relief to go right out right away. I did this during the Obama administration. As soon as the housing and the banking industry were crashing, we came in on day one, and Barack and I signed a banking bill, and we turned around the banking industry within a few days. Well, this ain't Barack Obama, and he ain't doing that. A week has passed, and we heard about stamps and the environment in South America getting billions of dollars. So, as we look at the third stimulus package, the items in here that we do know about are not what we were promised. FPUC, $400 a week going now forward. Not what was promised. It was promised at $600 a week. In writing, retroactive to July. Stimulus check, $1,400 for individuals, $1,400 for children. Everyone on SSI, SSDI, if you're not adult dependent, you get $1,400. $3,200 for adult dependents. Not what was promised. It was supposed to be, in addition, a new $2,000 stimulus check for this year. A new $2,000 stimulus check. Not what was promised. And let's not forget what was promised during the campaign trail. Multiple stimulus checks. Stimulus as often as you need it until we get to the end of the pandemic. Okay. Stimulus as often as you need it until we get to the end of the pandemic. We're not even getting one stimulus from this guy so far. Mr. President, you haven't given us even one item of stimulus so far. And we were promised stimulus as often as we need to get to the end of the pandemic. And he's trying to talk about getting us out of the pandemic in 90 days with doses. I haven't even started that one. He said, I want to have not 100 million people vaccinated in 100 days. That was his promise on Friday last week. Today, his CDC director says, I don't even know how many doses there are. If you don't know how many doses you have, how can you promise to give 100 million doses in 100 days? If it sounds like someone's promising with no information, then you're exactly correct. But when we come to the economy, this is not him able to blame someone else. This is only the lack of clarity about stimulus. PUA UI to be extended to September. Now, I don't want to go too negative if I haven't been hitting it hard enough already in this video. But a new report now talks about today, actually a few reports out today, says there's a concern in the Biden administration that they don't want to hit the unemployment cliff. I was like, what unemployment cliff? What unemployment cliff are they talking about? And then I read further in the article, says the unemployment cliff when unemployment benefits run out in March. They don't want to go close to that deadline. I'm like, are you serious that Joe Biden's thinking of getting this stimulus package started in March? Hold on. Now, that's not to say that's what Joe Biden's doing, but that's what that article talked about. Hence, hashtag FPUC retro, hashtag MSC, hashtag SS200. This can't go on. It can't go on a day. This is sort of like when you're behind a truck on the road and the person's going too slow, and you say, "I don't want to honk. I don't want to, make people look at me because I'm honking." But he is going really slow. Honey, just honk the horn. No, I don't want to cause commotion. And then you wait 10 minutes and the person's still doing it. It's like, honey, can you please honk the horn? The guy's been doing this for 10 minutes. It's time to honk the horn on Joe Biden. Don't wait 10 minutes on Joe Biden. It's already been a week. And now with that, let me answer some of your 1,000 questions from yesterday's video. Pat Henson. They need to get over themselves and start doing their job. I love that, Pam. Pam Henson. Oh my God, I love that. Kelly. Hey, I say hello to you and all the Purple Power family. Everyone stay safe and be careful. Amen. Esthea Sanchez. Like I said, they always try to delay to help all Americans, and they wonder why Americans get angry. I love that, Esthea. I love that. They wonder why Americans get angry with them. Yeah, because and on top of that and her comment was 21 hours ago before he was studied his day talking about stamps. Terrell Smart. It's full of, and I can't say the word on camera. They just keep on playing games, and people was dying while they're playing games. Thank you, Terrell. Nikki Juice Bar. This is totally unacceptable. Exclamation mark. Very well said, Nikki. Ray Narbonne. We the people need our $1,400 stimulus checks. Where the heck are they? Absolutely, Ray. People need stimulus right now. You got $600 in December. That ain't anything. $600 ain't anything. It's like, here's 4 cents. I'll see you in 12 years from now. You're absolutely right, Ray. Need that $1,400 right now, but you actually need $2,400. It should be $3,400. It should be $1,400 plus $2,000. Cookie Knifer and the Tetter Toddy is back in use in the playground. Noel Champaro. Here we go again, shaking my head. Lots of broken promises. They always promise the world while running, and once elected, who cares? Well, Joe Biden says he wants to be a one-term president. Well, if he thinks that Senator Harris, VP Harris, is going to walk in with this type of slow movement, I don't know who would vote for someone that moves this slow again. Marie Dickinson. Okay, why aren't we hearing anything she says, okay, why aren't we hearing anything about SSI and SSDI? I don't know if that's about me or if that's about Joe. First, I have nothing to tell you because Joe's not saying anything to anyone. So I have absolutely nothing to report. But why is Joe not saying it? Your question is as good as mine. William Pete, a lot of broken promises. Hold on to your hats. He's just getting started. Expect a lot more broken promises. Mark Williams, say what you gotta say to get nominated. Liars they are. Wow, Mark, I love that. Charlene Netherton, same thing as last year. They're playing with us again. Got what they wanted, so they're going to forget us again. They're forgetting everyone this time, actually. And NA, this election was on the Americans' backs, and we're suffering terribly. Meaning that Biden was elected on trying to turn this around, and he doesn't even care to turn anything around except his back on you. If you have comments to today's video, drop them in the comments below. I'm being featured in tomorrow's recording. I'm back next live right after this recording. If you've not subscribed, you see why you have to subscribe. This is a channel that keeps you focused and on point, and keeps you with facts, and keeps you motivated, but also positive. I want you to stay positive. Stay positive, stay focused, and stay smiling. Like this video, and hit the alert button so you get an alert when a new video goes live. Also subscribe to this channel. And if you've not become a member, click the member link, become a Purple Hawk, Purple Power, Calcino VIP. Stay informed, stay focused, and stay with LA for more.